it's Alciander here, bringing you another Launchpad tutorial video. This shall be part 2. Last time was part 1, and this time we're going to be focusing on making light shows. So during the duration of these tutorial videos, I'm going to be using this preset project for the Launchpad MKII. I'll put the link in the description for the preset project, and yeah, let's get right into it. So first, what you want to do is there's two, okay. So what this is here. So you're gonna want to hit Lightshow, and then depending on what key you want to trigger. So like, say I want to trigger this one right there. You hold that key, see where the red is, drag that to the red, because right now it's triggering them all. As you can see, it's triggering them. If you just want it to trigger this one, and if you're thinking what I'm thinking, if you think what I think you're thinking, don't be alarmed, because all the other things won't. But this is for doing separate light shows. So if you want to do like this, like fade across there, and then like this fade up, so that's what that's for. Or else, like if you have the chain selected on every single key, and you have like it fade across, it's gonna look really weird, because if you click this one, it's also gonna be like that. But if you click this one, it's just gonna go like zoom, and then it's gonna continue on to the next row. So that's why we do a separate chain. So here we are. We've selected this one right here. We've got that. So first thing you want to look at is velocity, which is right here. And when you select this out high, it changes the color. So it's basically a scale of colors. 60 is red. It's not showing up as red, but 75 is green. 36 is baby blue. But anyway, you can play around with that yourself. But for now, we're just going to put it to 10, which is orange. Actually, yeah, this one's nice. 28 is a greenish aqua type thing. So once you got the velocity type thing down, so basically velocity just works with this. Basically, the main thing you need to know, just the out high part. Then you want to open up MIDI Effects over here. Yeah, right there. And then you want to get something called chord. We'll place that in front of velocity. So with MIDI effects, it does matter whether or not an effect is in front of each other or behind each other. Like if, say, an Arpeggiator was here, it doesn't work the same as if it was here. So you want to make sure that you get that down and understand how it works. So once you got that, first thing you want to know is how the scale, how it works as a piano. So it basically goes up like that. So these are like the low keys, and then up to like the medium low, and then the medium high, and then just the high right here. So it just goes up like this. So that's how it works. So with this, let's say we wanted it also to light up here. What we want to do, we would want to go +1, and it also lights up. So there's that. So now that you got that, there's also another thing you can do. If you make it go, let's see, there's like so many possibilities with these Lightshows. I'm just giving like a brief explanation. So how does this work? How is this working? So +1 is pretty self-explanatory. +1. So it's up there. You click this, and then +2. 1, 2, and +3. 1, 2, 3. So that lights up those four. But what you can also do is grab in another chord, and then actually I think you gotta pay it. We'll see. So then you can do -1. Yeah, actually that's gotta be okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, that does some so like you can mess around with these yourself. I'll make another video that goes a little more in depth. So next thing you want to do is the Arpeggiator, and you can either drag it there, which does that, or on the other side, which I'll just do that. So it just flashes the chord. But you can make way cooler Lightshows if you put it on the other side. So we're just gonna go Control-Z. There we go. So now that we have that, you see it's like fading along the board. It's going down that way. So what if we wanted to make it go the other way? What if we wanted to make it go like this? Well, really simple. All we have to do is click down, and it just comes back to it. So these are the different styles. There's random, which just flashes a random key. That's all that does. And then you can do con and diverge, which you can clearly see what that does. Again, pretty self-explanatory. And then there's also something called note length. Now, you want to drag in note length. I'm pretty sure it's right there. Yeah, so, alright. So, let's say I wanted to hit this button and just want it to play after, a little bit like that. Let's say I wanted it to play 5 seconds after. So, you can either drag this to 5, or you can just manually type it in. Click the button, and there you go. It just plays 5 seconds after. So now that we've got that established, it's another thing, the Arpeggiator, that we can do. And that is the velocity. No. That's something else, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, the Arpeggiator, you can do many different things, as you can see. So you can put it just back on up. Let's just get rid of this note length for a second. So you see how it flashes one key at a time. What if we wanted it to be a little bit more like a fade? You can just turn gate up. Yeah, you can play around with this yourself, but just for this demonstration, I'll just put it up to 100. So as you can see, you can just manually type it in manually, and then it has a little bit of a more of a what do you call it? A little more of a. If you want to turn it up to 200, it does that even more, which is really cool. I love doing that. And then you can turn the rate up, which does it really fast. which is actually really awesome. It's really cool. But you can also turn it a lot down. Just turn it to 4. It's really neat, isn't it? So the next thing we can do is not scales. So basically there's like a few of these that are kind of just, you know, they're just kind of random and you don't really need them. So basically pitch is pretty, it's hard to explain. Like, say you want to click this button right here. You know, you don't use this a ton, but if you're creating really complicated light shows, then that's totally a possibility. Say you wanted it to go, say you wanted this light show here. Here, I'll just turn up the rate. Say you wanted it to happen down on this row. So then again, we gotta count. So minus, so -1, -2, -3, -4. So we want to turn the pitch to -4. Now our light show happens on there. So we can just duplicate this and then turn this to 0 again. And as you can see, this is happening on all. You can just keep doing this as you please. You can just put it to -8, I do believe. Yep, and then it does the entire row. So this is totally a possibility. Like, you can do so many things. And I just turned the rate up on one of them, and it changed like the entire thing. So there you got that. You can just duplicate it again, and then down by 4 again. So that's what. Now we have this entire thing lighting. So that is basically the full extent of what you can do. Well, not what you can do, but just full extent of explanation. There are just so many different things you can do. Like, say if I, let's think about this. So, okay, I got an idea. What if we wanted to click this button? So we're gonna add another chain, so create chain. So I just left clicked and then hit the that chain. So hold that button, drag it to the red part. There we go. We got it lined up, don't we? Yep, okay. We got that. And then, if we really wanted to do this, I don't know why you'd want to do it. There's just so many possibilities, and there's so many different things you can do with light shows. So we're gonna, if we hit this, and we want it to also light up at this corner, and this corner, then, you know, we totally could. And I just want you guys to get the idea of how to do it. I'm not going to explain like every single different thing on how to do this kind of stuff, you know, because that's just going to take forever. So that, and then basically, so we don't actually have to count like -1, 2, 3, 4. There's a simpler way to do this, guys. We can just, basing off the Launchpad, there's 64 pads. Now on this side, there's 32. So we can just go down with a pitch. Actually, not with that one. Gotta duplicate it. Then add in a pitch to this, and then put it down minus 31, which is actually a bit too far. We don't actually have to calculate it though. We can just simply, there we go. You can just figure it out by moving it along and then just like, you know, seeing where it is and then adjusting. So that's just the other way we can do it. So there we have that. So now that we got that done, the next thing we can do is put it to this corner here, which we said we wanted to do. So then again, you don't even have to calculate it, just duplicate it and change up the pitch. So in this case, it's plus because the Launchpad goes up from there. Up. So just keep playing with that, adjusting to where it is. 35. There we go. So now we have the 3 corners lighting up. Now, we added another one, and then turn the pitch all the way down, even more down. There we go. Now we have all 4 corners lighting up. So I hope at the end of this tutorial, which is right now, you have learned the basics of how to, you know, do any Lightshows. Just, this is basically to get you started. Once you start messing around with it, you'll just get the idea and you'll just pick it up quite fast, just like I did. Because if you just play around with it, not all day, but relatively long, like I spent like a few hours a day figuring out this stuff myself, and I was just trying everything out. So if you haven't understood how to do it yet, either you have 2 choices. Either watch another tutorial or just mess around like I did. So if you did find this tutorial helpful, or if you've enjoyed it, or if you want me to make another one on sampling, then leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.